T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Global Watchman News. My name is Lori Swan. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you're in the live chat, we do ask to keep it family friendly. There will be moderators in there to make sure that we stay within the terms of service put forth to us by the platform we're utilizing tonight. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Take a minute, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know when we go live. So Ernie's taking the night off, so I recruited Hurricane Ann. Hey.
Hello.
Hello. What's up?
Thank you so much for having me. I love the show, and I love all of your subscribers. Well, so many of them have subscribed to me also, so now they're my subscribers also. So
exactly, we are a family here.
Family.
We love to help other channels grow and get putting that information out there. Speaking of information, the other night I have a great time with you and John on the panel.
He's great. He's
a great guy. He is. We definitely we lucked out when we found him and got to be friends with him. He's just a great, just a very informational guy.
Yeah, I love your panel. I love your panel. I just think you're doing so good, and I'm so proud of you because you're my best friend, and I'm
You're
always happy
my
when you
bestie.
succeed. And it's people that I like, and I don't have to cuss them out or nothing. And Ernie brings out my best behavior, and John brings out my best Texan, and you just are just everything good about me. So there,
I love you.
love you too.
Yeah, so we had that Wednesday night, and you were mentioning a few things Wednesday night, and then you spiked when was I can't even think tonight. Yeah, you spiked the curiosity of a lot of people when you were talking about detoxing and stuff.
Really, I thought you were just telling me that to make me like feel good or something.
No, absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I got a couple of comments in the comment section after the show requesting that you do a video or we do a video. A lot of people in the chat room while we were talking was requesting that asking for more information. So that's the reason why I decided to do this tonight. Ernie decided to take the night off, which is well deserved, and yeah. So I hope everybody has out their paper and pen. I do want to put this medical disclaimer up there as we are not doctors, and the information that we're going to share tonight is just for informational purposes only and not intended to substitute for medical advice. This is not medical misinformation. This is just what she has discovered and what she has found on her research to help her aid in the detoxing her body from the different little pests that apparently we all have.
Yeah, and I have a disclosure also. I'm no professional, and everything that I'm going to be telling y'all is pretty much what I've experienced in my own self. Now, however, researching this for the show, because I got about 2 hours, I actually managed to squeeze in throughout the day, 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there to do a little bit of research. I've been so busy, y'all, so I apologize for that. But seems like the first thing that you always hit is the fake news, and so all the headlines went down. First thing I saw was TikTokers say do deadly, or not deadly, but um, dangerous baths, and so I will just
But
say
the
this is.
baths, are like mostly what they're apple cider vinegar, and I mean that's
But
not
what I wanted to say though is that this is what I do. You don't have to do what I do. I'm just sharing my experience, so you can't
correct.
sue me for that. Okay,
Correct.
there you go.
Exactly. She's just giving, and I'm interested in it because now, okay, let's set a little bit. Now,
Y'all know I bring the tea. Okay,
you do
and
bring the tea.
I would not be taking it myself if I didn't believe in it. Okay,
Correct.
and I've messed up a lot of people. Okay, so that was a long time ago. All right, I have messed up people. I sent my son. My son went to the ER when I first started herbal stuff because like if you put garlic on a spider bite, it'll pull out the poison, right? Well, the spider bite was way, way worse, and I wasn't counting on this kid having a giant hole in his arm, pretty much. And all the garlic I had was minced garlic, and how was I to know? I didn't know what cheesecloth was back then. And so, yeah, he got in there, and then he had to go to the emergency room, had it dug out. And then my husband did another garlic thing and got blisters all over his leg and taped it up, blah, blah, blah. But it was nothing. None of them got unalived or anything like that, and they're fine. And that was like so long ago. Like my son was in high school. Now he's married with his second baby. Now I'm much better. But I have messed up before. So now I guinea pig myself, okay? Because after that happened with them, I don't guinea pig on anybody else but myself.
You did a lot of research on this because of me.
Yes. And Lori didn't know that, ironically,
No.
until just earlier tonight when we were chatting. I didn't realize she didn't know that, but I told her that. So, okay, let me just start from the beginning, okay? First of all, we're going to cover a couple of different topics. One of them is going to be the detoxing that y'all are talking about. And another thing we're going to be talking about is parasites. But if we have time, I would really like to move on to a few things. I want to discuss homemade laundry detergent and what I do for my teeth. I also want to, if we have time, go into some prepping. That's real important. I feel like I'm real concerned. I feel like on this show I've been having like a psychic vibe that I need to talk about filtering water on this show. I feel like I feel like my psychic's just like somebody needs to hear it. I just feel like that. I don't know why, but that's been bugging me all day, so I have to go with that.
Okay.
So anyway, so the long story short is, I don't know how much Lori, and she tells y'all everything, but she doesn't, because y'all think she does, but she's really guarded. Okay, she's tricky like that. Okay, Lori's tricky like that. But did have access to her private medical charts.
I've shared my private medical chart with a few people. Kim in the chat room, Deb in the chat room. They've
I
both
was
seen.
horrified.
Yeah, they've both seen how bad my blood work came back.
So my I lost my right here in Texas, my three best friends, my very, very, very three best friends. If you just list your three best friends that you're with 24/7, it was Damien, Nancy, and Ron. Okay. And I lost all three of them, just boom, boom, boom. And my dad and he was
Yeah.
my buddy, you know? And so, the thought of losing Lori or something is just like overwhelming. Okay. And also my friend Rose. Okay. I've been concerned about her because she got the jabby jab, and I love, love, love this lady. I'm like her Twinkie. Okay. We have like the same birthday, and it's 12 years apart on our birthdays, and we're just like identical clones. It's so bizarre. But anyways, I got Lori's lab work. Okay. And saw it, and I was just literally horrified. And I said, well, you know what?
The doctor was pretty horrified too.
I said, I can fix you. Okay. I can fix you. I will find a way to fix you. All right. So based on what I read and some of the stuff that I already knew, I started doing a little research, and I also took into consideration parasites, okay? Because I firmly believe that they are the root of all evil, of all sicknesses, of all sicknesses, I believe, have to do with these bastards, okay? I'm sorry, we up in heaven. I'm sorry, we. But if we listened, she would have cussed them too, okay?
Right. Yeah, she would have. If we would have seen my blood work, she would be right there.
I promise I wouldn't cuss on the air. So I still feel like she haunts me, you know? Okay, that's good. So anyway, looking for these cures for her and also for our husband. I call him our husband. I don't know why, but it's just funny because of that one TikTok guy that always says our boyfriend. For the cheating guy, you know what I'm talking about? The tea guy with the.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Everybody who watches TikTok knows who that drama guy is. He's great. And so, and he had a few things going on with him that also one of my children have going on with him, and that's a little bit of a skin condition. Okay, I say that, Lori?
Yeah.
Like eczema or psoriasis kind of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was also on my mind. So what I came up with for Lori was this parasite cleanse, and after we talked about that, we can go to the steps of that also, because I wanted her first of all to do this parasite cleanse. But as I started researching, I've been doing a parasite cleanse. I've been doing the diatomaceous earth for a long, long, long time, but I didn't know about some of the things that you're supposed to be doing before and after parasite cleanses, which now, because of TikTok University and my own research, I have found out a lot of things that makes it even better. One is having your lymphatic, and I don't know if I said it right, but I just always pronounce it how I see it in my Texas slang. Lymphatic nodes open. Also, make sure that you're using the bathroom frequently, and a little bit of a fast before you do parasite cleanse, and then the detox bath afterwards. Okay, so that's actually was part of this uh, parasite cleanse, but you can also use the detox bath for other things, which is obviously very, very, very healthy. So, is there anything you want to add to that, Lori?
No. This is, I mean, I'm just going off of what you and I have talked about. So I'm completely putting this all in your hands as far as, I've got my notepad out, I've got my paper and pen, and I'm going to be writing down what I'm supposed to be getting.
This isn't the only cure that I came up with to cure Lori, okay? This is only one of many. I've been a little kitchen witch, okay? I say that because I told Lori I hate to say that because then people laugh at me or think I'm weird, but I call myself that because if I would be burned at the stake 200 years ago for what I'm doing. I'm making medicine, tinctures out of plants.
Right. Natural,
very
homeopathic,
yes.
Natural remedies.
And it is very magical. It is to me. It is very magical to me.
Well, it is because it's part of the earth. It's part of what God gave us. I mean, we know that all these man-made diseases, all these man-made diseases can only be cured with man-made pharmaceuticals, and all these pharmaceuticals are petroleum based, which makes us sicker. Right. They've outlawed the natural homeopathic remedies for everything. Every natural disease or illness or sickness that we have, God has given us the cure for in nature. And that's why the federal government has regulated so many of these things, these homeopathic remedies, is to keep us sick.
Yes. I literally had no tinctures in this house before I saw Lori's lab work. And within a week after seeing her lab work, I had started tinctures and I haven't stopped. My whole house is filled with them because I was like, I'm going to cure her. So this little detox bath and stuff, this is just the start of it. All right. But I love it. I'm hooked on this detox bath forever. And I've modified it, y'all. I learned so much because of this show. Okay. Because I did a little bit of research. So I'm going to teach y'all some good stuff tonight. And I wish I was like those people that could read the chat and talk, and like be like, oh hey, so and so from Texas,
Right?
Like I have ADD. I could never do that, right? I mean, like I don't know how people do that.
I had to teach myself how to do it when I was doing it solo.
Yeah, well, you're just a rock star though. You're a pro. So going on to the detox bath, one of the things I want to tell you is that when you take a detox bath, I would suggest that one, you have somebody with you at the house because I feel like it lowers your blood pressure whenever you do a detox bath. So if you're, this is my, I don't know anything about medical, but this is from my own experience. I feel like my blood pressure was lower. If you're taking blood pressure medicines, I probably wouldn't do that if you're going to do a good hot detox bath. Okay. Anyone who ever has taken a long hot,
Oh yeah, it does lower your blood pressure. That's why
right,
that's why when you're in a hot tub, they tell you only to do it for so long. Yeah.
right. And so I would definitely recommend you having somebody there just in case, and be very hydrated, drink lots of fluid before and after. And I don't do any of those things, but I'm just like hardcore. Okay. So what
Well,
I
when
did,
I'm in a hot tub, I'm usually drinking alcoholic beverages, so that doesn't count, right?
uh,
No.
I don't know. I never thought about that because I don't really drink alcohol
Oh,
ever.
that's true. You don't, do you?
Very seldom,
Yeah, that's right.
When I do it right though. People talk about it for years. No, I'm serious. Kids.
That's funny.
Nothing bad though. Okay, because I'm not never like, I'm not hateful. I'm not a hateful drinker, nothing like that. Just have trouble walking sometimes, like it's bouncing off the walls. Coordination. So, okay, going back to the detox bath. Okay, so uh, I'm just gonna go ahead and read a paper that I got from the Natural Detox Bath Recipes, and it's from wellnessmama.com. Okay, and it's an article by Katie Wells, just in case y'all want to look that up. And it says, I'm going to skip down a little bit because we've already talked about a lot of that. And it says, you may have heard of an Epsom bath. What about a clay bath, a vinegar bath, or even a mustard bath? Well, I've never heard of a mustard bath, y'all, and I haven't never done a mustard bath, so I don't know anything about that. I use lavender in mine. Okay, these are all natural ingredients available in most of our kitchens or pantries. They can boost the circulatory and olfactory senses, stimulating relaxation and building up magnesium stores. So what I do on mine, and this isn't what's in the paper because I added stuff to it, is I take a bath with borax. Okay, so I use 1 cup of borax, 1 cup of Epsom salt with magnesium. I use 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of baking soda, 1 cup of bentonite clay, which is very good that you should be stocked up on. They said I just learned about that stuff, by the way. And also, I use lavender, the essential oil, and it's just really soothing, and it looks so freaking disgusting. Now, when you mix it up, you should mix like some water and your bentonite clay in a bowl and use a whisk and whisk it all up really, 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 really good until it's completely dissolved. Okay, trust me, you want to do this. And also, it's really cool when you mix the apple cider vinegar and the baking soda. I thought that was pretty cool, and I like that. So on her website, she put that simple salt bath recipe is great for soothing skin irritation and boosting magnesium levels and overall detoxing. And Lori's been itching, okay? So that would probably really help the skin irritation, all right?
Right.
And also, a lot of people use the sea salt in it. So if you want to add sea salt, but this one says
What about
not not pink
Himalayan
salt.
I have pink Himalayan salt.
No, that's why you're sick.
Why?
It's poison. They lied to you. Don't do that. No. Research it, Lori. Research it. I don't have all the research in front of me, but I'm just telling you. Okay. I had to throw my.
I just bought.
Why do you think you're sick? That's probably why
I
you're
just
sick.
bought 10 pounds of it. Don't tell me that.
Dude, all right. I'm not, but you did ruin my
Oh,
religion and my social clubs. Okay. So if I ruin your salt, boo hoo. All right. You ruined my church by telling me the truth.
yeah.
I was a happy Mormon before you came to my life. Okay. I was. Don't be hating on me for messing up your salt, okay, girl? Anyway, you know
I
sea
know.
salt.
Okay. All right. You're right.
You know sea
You're
salt
right.
is closer to
You're right.
Jesus.
You owe me it. Okay.
Okay, yes, sea salt is closer to Jesus anyway, right? So there, and you know borax is a salt. Borax is a salt. People don't realize borax is a salt, but it is a salt. And so a lot of people just do not understand that. Also, all the videos that I watched, everyone said that if you use the apple cider vinegar, make sure that you use the one with the mother.
The mother, yeah. And here's a picture of the borax, a 20 mule team borax in the middle here. It says detergent booster, but this stuff is this stuff you can use for a lot of things.
I drink it.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that in a minute too.
Yep. Yep. Not a lot, but before anybody freaks out, not a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, 1/8 of a teaspoon. So yeah. So, anyways, getting on with this, she said that the clay removes a lot of the toxins because the clay binds to heavy metals, and the Epsom salts help pull out a variety of toxins from the body while replenishing your magnesium levels. That's why I said Epsom salt with magnesium. And if you don't have magnesium in your Epsom salt, then you can get magnesium flakes and add it to your bath. Okay. Now, another bath that I stumbled upon when I was getting ready for the show, which I'm so excited about, and I hope Rose is listening to this show. I bet she's not, but she likes you too, so maybe she is. Because Rose has been doing this hydrogen peroxide. I told her, Rose, you got to try this hydrogen peroxide, okay? This hydrogen peroxide can do all this stuff, and it's going to blah, 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 blah. And gave her, I don't have the list in front of me, but it's like a million things. So she started using it all over her skin and in her hair and just everywhere, and just having great results for her. Gray hair is hardly gray anymore. It was all gray, okay? It was all gray. And I'm like, Rose, you dyed your hair without me? I thought you were going to go to my beautician. She's like, I didn't get my hair done. I'm like, Rose, the hell? Don't lie to me, Rose. I can obviously see you did get your hair dyed. Come on, quit playing. She did not get her hair dyed. She's been using 100% in her hair. Okay? I'm serious. If she's listening, you know it's true, Rose. But anyway, I stumbled across this. It says this bath is it's called an oxygen detox bath recipe. I have not done this. I just stumbled upon it. This bath is especially helpful during illness as the ginger helps clear congestion or alleviate body aches. It can also be helpful for allergies or skin irritation. 2 cups or more of hydrogen peroxide and 1 teaspoon of dried ground ginger. That's pretty cool, right? I got to try that. So I didn't know you could do a hydrogen peroxide bath. And if y'all get a chance, do not have this in front of me, but if you get a chance, go research what all you can do with hydrogen peroxide and how good it is for you. Okay. And then on the vinegar, this website says, excuse me, Ivanka Melania Trump, you better stop barking while Lori, your godmother's on the phone. Say hi.
Hi, Ivanka. Oh, hi, Ivanka.
Oh, it's Rose. I was yelling. I put it on mute. Come on in, Rose. I was just talking about you. I was yelling. I put it on mute and I went, I'm on the radio. Keith, why are you making that noise? And it was my friend Rose. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay, so where was I? Oh, the vinegar. We were just talking about you, Rose, and about your hair turning brown from using the.
You mean blonde or
blonde,
white, whatever. It used to be brown.
Used to be gray, right? But now it's really got color all in it. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. But anyways, vinegar bath. She says that it's great for soothing skin problems since vinegar balances the skin's pH. And she also says that you can use it for eczema, sunburn, dandruff, dry itchy skin, and
Athlete's feet.
You're muted.
I know because she didn't know I was on a radio show.
Oh, okay.
I was like, no, I'm on a radio show. She's like, oh my God. No, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. And so, anyway, so I just thought that was really cool that I found those extra things, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So do you have any questions about any of that stuff?
Nope, not yet. Still taking down notes.
Okay.
And she's muted again.
I'm sorry. I just gotta. Will you excuse me for just 1 minute?
Sure. All right. So while she's doing what she's got to do, I just want to make sure that you guys know that this is not, we're not giving out any medical advice. This is solely for informational purposes only. It was entertainment purposes only. Let's put it that way. It's for entertainment purposes only. Neither one of us are doctors. And yeah, so.
Okay. So, anyways, one of the perks about this detox bath is that I feel so great after I do it, and it feels so good. And I remember that when I was a little kid, when I had my beauty pageants, my mother would always rinse my hair with that with vinegar. And
Yeah,
I
mine
thought about
too.
that, right?
Yeah, I told you my mom we never had used conditioner in my house. We always rinsed our hair with white vinegar.
Right. And so anyway, so I've been trying to do all this stuff, and I noticed that since I've done all this stuff too, I feel like I'm a lot more psychic. And some of the other things that I did was like the Parasite cleanse. Do you want to show them? What I did was well, I'll start off with the first one. The first one was I got a parasite, and this was like in 2016, and it was on my hand, and you could see it. Okay, I was all on social media. It was crazy, like because I thought it was a ringworm, and I got it treated for like a year, and I couldn't get rid of it. And then someone on social media said that girl, it's a parasite. You know, you should try diatomaceous earth, and I was freaking out. Right, it was huge. Okay, and you could see it. You could literally see it under the skin on the top of my hand, right there. So and so I started taking the diatomaceous earth, right, and it went away. It went away, and but then after I quit taking it, it started coming back again. So I guess they're kind of like weeds with roots, you know. And so now I take it all the time. I just take it all the time because I saw what actually happened with that. And at the time, I thought I had lupus. I always had like a whole bunch of arthritis, stiff joints, and I was taking like tons and tons of ibuprofen. The minute I got rid of that parasite, though, all those symptoms went away, including like a lot of fogginess and my energy level, just all kinds of things changed. And so now I take that all the time. I take it with my Metamucil every night. I take like a big old tablespoon of Metamucil, a big old spoonful of diatomaceous earth food grade. Make sure it is food grade. And also I take an eighth of a teaspoon of borax, which
Yep.
is actually an essential salt, an eighth of a teaspoon. And I just put that in my Metamucil as a binder. Okay, so another thing is that I started doing this Georgia pine spirits, and that's for this. And I should have looked it up. I know I should have looked this up. I looked up everything else, but it's either a fluke or fluke. I can't never remember if it's a K or a T. To be honest with you, okay. Uh, I believe it's a K. I think it's a fluke. Okay, but it may be a fluke. I'm not sure. No, it's fluke. FLUKE, I believe. And so it's a parasite that gets like on your pancreas, and it feeds on sugar, but it makes your body let off weird amounts of insulin and different things that messes up your liver and your kidneys. And like I kind of suspected I had that because when I heard about it on TikTok, all right, I don't just believe things on TikTok. If I hear stuff, I go research it. Okay, 9 out of 10 times it's something that I find I debunk right off the bat, you know. But every once in a while I find something that I keep going and I find some good stuff. This is one of them. And see, since 1995, every time I got a blood test, fasting blood sugar, it was always elevated. Always not high enough to be type 2 diabetes, but enough to be just borderline diabetic. And this has been going on since 1994. And now my vision's like completely deteriorated while they do nothing for it. Well, so I also had like low energy, just all these symptoms that they were describing sounded just like what I had. So I did this Georgia Spirit Pines, or whatever it's called. And I took that and immediately felt better. Man, my cravings at night went away. My energy level boosted off the charts. I mean, it was just crazy. And so I made this video because someone was asking me how to take it, and I sped it up because it took forever. And I was gagging a lot, but the reason I was gagging a lot was because I took too much lemon juice. I should have done like cheated all the stuff and then took one shot of lemon juice, but I took 3 shots of lemon juice, and the lemon juice was killing. I'm not actually gagging about the parasite stuff, okay?
Want me to play it?
Yeah.
Oh, give me a second.
One down, 2 to go. Oh, that's sour. I don't think I can do it. Ugh, lemon juice. Ugh. I'm trying. Oh, God. I'm trying. Oh, God. Fucking parasites. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, okay. I got this. Oh, God. Ugh. I remember I wish I could do this. I'm strong. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, man. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
That was funny, right? I had to rewind it and look at my pause on my face. That was funny.
But now what you did wrong was that was the turpentine
Yeah.
on the sugar cubes.
Yes.
3 sugar cubes. How much turpentine?
I just soak it till it's just like, you know,
And
saturated.
I need to make sure people understand this is not
You take a
wood.
dropper full of it and you just drop it on there until it's all saturated. A couple of
It's
several droppers, you
it's
know, so it's saturated.
turpentine that's food grade, right?
It is called. Let me turn my light so I can read this. Hang
Here,
on.
I'll pull it up. I'll put the pic up
I've
there.
got it.
Do not
Georgia
drink.
pine gum spirits.
Do not drink anything like what is it? Wood grape, right?
I don't know. It's Georgia pine gum spirits, and it's 100% pure turpentine. And I have it on my Real Hurricane Ann 06 on TikTok. I have an Amazon store there, and you can click it and find it there. Or just only because I make a commission if you do that. It's probably only like a penny, but so what? You know, it's a penny, right? And
Right.
so, but you can find it wherever. I don't know. I got mine on Amazon, and it was pretty good price. It's a pretty good sized bottle of it too. And so, you drop it on there and you saturate 3 sugar cubes because these flukes eat sugar. Okay, so what I'm doing though is you do it on full moon, and I'm not real sure why they do it on full moon. I think that's maybe when they lay eggs or something like that. I'm not sure.
I've heard that, yeah, that the parasites in our body they go on the lunar, uh, they go with the moon. So yeah, they're more active or closer to the surface. I think
Something
during
like
the
that.
full moon.
But I just took their word for it. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take your word for that. I've got enough stuff to research.
Yeah,
So that's fine with
yeah.
me. I can remember to take it on a full moon. That's easy enough, you know? And so what I've done is the full moon is on the 7th, which is Tuesday, right? And so I am going to kill and alive these little bastards. Okay. So I've already started a war with them by starving them to death because they want sugar. They're not going to get sugar. And I like sugar. Okay. But they're not going to get sugar. So I'm holding out. I'm even holding out bread. I started today. I'm holding out the bread. Anything that turns into sugar, they're not getting. Okay. So I'm going to starve them out. I'm going to make sure they eat those little sugar cubes. And I'm going to have like a little empty stomach. And first thing, you know, when the moon comes out, I'm going to munch on it. So kill them down. But then you have to be able to you have to make sure that you're using the bathroom real frequently before you go because you have to be frequent. And this one lady said to make sure like you're pooping 3 times a day. I'm like, good God, lady, you know, I never pooped 3 times a day in my life. Okay. You know, unless I was sick. So I think just as long as you're regular, you know, and also they said that you had to make sure that your lymphatic nodes were well drained. And I'm like, what in the hell does that even mean? So I sent Lori 3 videos or 2 or 3 videos of this guy talking about it. And I think I skipped one of them because he kind of repeated himself, but I sent her the ones that kind of covered the main things on it. So, and what they don't show on it is when you do these exercises, you can either use your fingertips or just massage it with your fingers, or you can use this little roller thing, little like stainless steel looking roller little thing to use. So,
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, don't start yet. There we go. All right, let's see if I can replay it. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, those are probably out of order because you'll want to do those exercises after you do your neck and your face exercises. But you'll see
You only
that.
sent me one.
Oh, you didn't get the other ones? Oh, I thought, yes.
There's the two girls. Hold on a minute. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. There's one. Give me a second. I see.
I only send you 100 a day. I don't know why you're confused.
I don't understand why I'm so damn confused. Just shut up, lady. I hate when they start automatically. Here we go.
Lymphatic routine with any tool. Whatever the tool is, whether it's your hand, a gua sha tool, the little vibrating T-bar, gonna follow the same routine. Start off stimulating the lymph nodes in your neck area, this little area here. You do an inward circle, get all of those lymph nodes. Then I'm gonna stimulate the lymph nodes before and behind my ear. We're making a Spock hand. It goes in front of behind your ear. Then you're just going like this, downward circles. I'll also do some deep belly breaths while I'm moving through that to get my main lymphatics pumping. And then we start draining. The whole thing is split in half and goes to your ears. From there, it goes down. You will do this area first, down to here, down to here. You're doing the front of your neck, which I always recommend being really careful with. I really only do this with a hand. It's down this way, it's down this way. And then when you want to work on your face, all of this to here, down. All of this to here, down. This to here, down, this, and over. This to this. And that's how you do any facial lymphatic routine with any tool. How to do any.
Okay.
And there should be one more.
Yep, I got it.
Things you need to know about lymphatic drainage to make sure that you're doing it right. Part 2. Your body is broken up into areas of drainage. Quadrants. Each quadrant has main lymph nodes that everything in that quadrant drains to. You just need to make sure that you're actually draining to the main areas of drainage. If you are pushing your lymph the wrong way, you are not draining it. You're just moving it around. Shall we learn the quadrants? Number 1, you have a line that goes all the way down your body, back and front. It divides your body in half, so remember that. And then it's broken up by lines kind of this way. So the first one is your collarbone. Your head and your neck all drains to these lymph nodes right here. You have lymph nodes back in front of ear. Everything from them drains down. Everything from this imaginary line drains to these lymph nodes and then down. Anytime you're doing facial lymphatic work, it goes out and then down, out and then down. That's your little neck head quadrant. Next, we have the main torso. You have a line at your belly button, basically where my very high-waisted pants are right now. It goes all the way around, and you have a line down the middle. You got a line here. Everything from this quadrant that we've just made drains into these babies, your armpit lymph nodes. So your whole arm and your torso and your back all drain here. And yes, it is the same on both sides. So we have our line here, we have our line here. Another main area of lymph nodes is right here, your groin. Everything from below this belly button line drains here. Your legs drain up to these. Below your belly button line, your low back has to go all the way around to here. If your butt goes all the way around. I just showed you your main areas of drainage. This is the base that you need to know to do any lymphatic drainage routine, no matter the tool that you're using. So stay tuned for part 3. I have more information coming at you. Everything else from here is a little bit more digestible, easy, and shorter.
All right, and then you sent me the guy
Yeah.
And then, okay, that's all I got. The next one is the grounding one.
Okay, we'll go to that in a minute. So I just thought that was really interesting. So before you do your parasite cleanse, you're supposed to make sure that these, and I guess you should do this every day. You know, this one video said that she does it like those little exercises like 3 times a day with just her fingers around her neck and throat and behind her ears and all that stuff. And I was, after I watched a whole lot of videos on this, I was really impressed with the difference. You could almost see immediately in people's stomachs or their necks and things like this, where it let pressure out. That I'd never even heard of this before, so I thought that was kind of fascinating. But it helps drain because these parasites have to get out of your body. So you need to make sure you're peeing, you're pooping. Now with the pooping, like I said, I take Metamucil every day. That's a really good binder with the diatomaceous earth. And so you want to make sure that you're real regular before you do the parasite cleanse. So then you make sure your lymphatic nodes are draining, that you're urinating and pooping regularly. Then you do the parasite cleanse. Make sure you fast a little bit first so there's no sugar in there because you want those parasites to eat that. And it does work because I literally expelled one, more than one. Okay. So the first time I did it, I literally saw them in the commode. So it does work. Okay. It's not something I really like to talk about, that part of it, but it does work. I know for a fact it works. And so then after you do the parasite cleansing, you do the bath, and you can do that several times a week. The Epsom salt baths with the detox baths. So some people said you can do it 3 times a week. I only do mine like about every 2 weeks. But I think I'm going to start doing the hydrogen peroxide like once a week, and maybe just an apple cider vinegar baking soda bath once a week too.
Okay.
And they also said that you should do a dry brushing before you do your detox bath. Like
Hey, what?
like a dry brushing, like you take a brush or this kind of body brush and just go over your whole body, like to get rid of like any dead
Oh,
cells.
like to exfoliate?
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like in the videos.
Okay.
I haven't done that either. I guess I should.
All right. Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
And one thing a little bit off the topic, like I want to say this even though it's totally irrelevant because I know I'm going to end up forgetting. Like I was thinking about all these people that got the jabby jab and got the, they're just kicking off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real suddenly.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's really terrifying, because it's happening to a lot of people. But I found out that cayenne pepper immediately, you can, if you make a tincture with the cayenne pepper, put it underneath your tongue, it can immediately stop someone from having a heart attack.
Yeah, I did know that.
It
Yeah.
thins your blood. So I was thinking, because warfarin's really just like rat poison and all that stuff that thins your blood's very unhealthy. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Horrible. So I was thinking, hey, why don't we just get people on cayenne pepper tinctures every day, which keeps their blood thin so they don't have to do all the, all that warfarin and all that stuff, If they got the jabby jab, that might help, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was just thinking that might help,
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, anyways, that's pretty much about all I know about these detox baths, but they seem to really work really well. The thing about it is ever since I've been doing this, my energy level is just like shot off the roof as soon as I did this parasite cleanse.
Let's, tell everybody you suffered from Hashimoto's disease, and you were definitely sick for a while yourself.
Yeah, and it's so weird because, I started going to the doctor all the time. They gave me all these diagnoses, got me on all this medication. I was just sick, all these diagnoses, all this medicine, feeling like crap, fat as hell, out of shape. And then I'm like, F these doctors, I'm sick of y'all because they pissed me off. And I'm like, I'm done with you. So I just quit taking the medicine. I'm not recommending quit taking the medicine, but I started exercising, started losing weight. I didn't just quit cold turkey, but I started exercising, losing weight. And as I started losing weight and getting in better shape, I didn't feel like I needed all that meds. And I slowly just quit taking them. But I always lied to my doctor and told him I still took them and kept getting my script. I don't know why, because I'm not a liar. I'm very, very honest. But for some reason, I just don't feel like that I have to be honest with them for some reason. But anyway, so then I got into shape. I got into militia. I looked great. I was like, you know, started modeling again. When I got in shape, I started modeling again and all kinds of stuff, even at my age, which is crazy. And then I started, something happened. I started getting sick. My gallbladder started going out or some crap. Went back to the doctor. They started giving me all that medication again. And then what happened? I started getting fat, getting sick. Got fat again. I got like 225. Then what happened? They
Mhm.
pissed me off again. I quit going. I quit taking medicine. I started exercising, working out, whatever. Got healthy again. I'm not on any medication. Modeling again, looking good, feeling good. I mean, it's funny that every time that I'm under all this doctor's care is when I'm the sickest.
Right. Hmm.
I'm just saying. I've noticed this. You've seen me. You've been friends with me long enough to see this trend.
Yeah,
You've seen me
absolutely.
twice at 225.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The last time though, I'm done. I'm done being fat. Now, the other things that I've been doing, that I've noticed that my psychic has been like extremely strong, like so strong. And I know that sounds kind of crazy to people, but if they were asking about what I was talking about on the show, they already know that on the show I was talking about that I was more psychic since I've been doing all this stuff. And I'm not joking about it. And so a lot of your listeners already know that I've already told them for years that I get my spidey senses. So that's no news to them, right?
Right.
But I was trying to figure out what I've done different so that, obviously it's affecting my pineal gland or something. And so I'm like, what have I been doing different? Because something's going on. Like my psychic is so freaking strong right now. And I'll give you an example of it. I haven't seen Rose in days. All right. I haven't seen Rose. She hadn't texted me back. I haven't heard from Rose. And I'm talking about her and she gets this vibe. What does she do? She just drives all the way over and just walks in, right? That's kind of shows you, right? There's a psychic vibe right there. While I'm sitting here talking about her.
Well, and you and I mean, we don't talk sometimes for days, sometimes weeks, and all of a sudden, I'll be feeling down or something, and you'll send me a text message, or I'll call and you'll be like, I was just thinking about you like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's just like so strong, and I really didn't never really like it whenever I was always like really having strong psychic times in my life, and I noticed that whenever I fasted, it was like so incredibly strong, I just couldn't hardly stand it. But right now, it's just like incredibly strong, and I'm not even trying to fight it this time because with all the crap that's going down, I'm just going to try to hang on to it and
If
use that
people feel
sense.
uncomfortable with the term psychic, how about if we, would it make people feel better if she used the term, or it came out of my head.
People call it discernment.
Discernment. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
But I mean, that's just kind of like appeasing people because what I truly believe though it is God, but I think it's your sixth sense, your pineal gland,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and I think it's something that we've all had our whole life, but that we're not able to use that anymore because of I guess all the things, the fluoride and different things that
Because of
about
the
our pineal.
damage they've done to the pineal gland. Absolutely.
I do believe in when I say spidey senses. I don't know. I mean, it's discernment, which is a spiritual gift.
Hmm.
So I mean, if you take like sometimes when you feel like you're psychic, you might be having a prophecy or see something prophetic, but prophecy is also a spiritual gift. So when you have several of those, I just kind of lump it up and call it spidey senses or psychic.
Right.
But I definitely think it's from God.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I mean, all of the stuff that he's given us the nature and the herbs and things, seeds and herbs to, like I said, to heal ourselves. So absolutely.
But it's just like whenever, if you've ever had, really, really, really strong intuition or things that happen, or, I'm sure everyone's had it happen to them, at one time or another. And it's just right now, it's so strong in me. So I really feel like it's something that I've done different. So I'm trying to think, what have I done different? Okay, I'm doing these detox baths, right? I got off the medications that I was on
Mhm.
last April, Statin, got off of that crap. I've been taking Alpha Brain, which Joe Rogan advertises. I don't get paid for that, or but It's called On It.
We talked
Alpha
about
Brain.
that the other day. That I said that I had seen that, and I was wondering. I didn't
Yeah.
know anybody who was taking it.
Dude, I can't live without it. I'm a junkie. I love it.
It's called what?
Alpha Brain.
Alpha Brain.
Gluten free, caffeine free. It's 2 capsules a day. My husband takes 1 a day. I take 2 a day. So it has a lot of really good healthy stuff in it, including like cat's claw and different things that are real good for you. And it works because the first day I took it, I like organized every makeup that I ever
Well,
had.
you know that I have the lupus fog. And I told you I've been sleeping for months, literally months. I get up
I
and
mean, really, does lupus even really exist? Come on, let's just be honest. My mom has lupus, my daughter has lupus, my sister has lupus. I thought I had lupus, but really, when did they just come up with this? Like 12, 15 years ago, they just came up with it. They can't really describe it. They don't really know what it is. It's your body attacking itself,
it is my body attacking myself. Absolutely.
So they say, but how do you know it's not fucking
It's an
parasites,
autoimmune
Lori?
disease.
How do you know this isn't really just from parasites? Because you know every single
I don't know that.
every single symptom that comes from parasites is the same symptoms that every one of my family members has with lupus.
And see, I never knew that until
brain
you told me that.
fog is from parasites as well. Yes. And the minute that I got rid of that parasites, that brain fog went away. I thought I had lupus too. Because my mom has it, my sister has it, my daughter has it. I'm around it. My nephew that passed away had it. So I'm very, very, very familiar with lupus, However, after my little journey with parasites, I'm not convinced. I don't believe in lupus anymore, just like I don't believe in the jab. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe in it. I know you're saying, well, I've got it, and other people are probably getting offended, but I really believe that.
Well, no, I've
been
been diagnosed with it, but I mean, again, there we have the pharmaceutical companies going into play and doctors and stuff. I don't buy into Western medicine, but unfortunately, that is what I've had no choice but to relinquish myself to. Otherwise, I would be in worse shape than I already am. I mean, I'm in bad shape now. I mean, literally, guys, I this is no joke. There's days, my Wednesday night shows, I have to pull myself out of our Wednesday, out of bed, sometimes to do the show. And, you guys at the panel afterwards, John and Hero and everybody and Uri, they all stay, up and talk to sometimes 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I'm sorry guys, I gotta go to bed. I can't do this. I'm used to doing my 3 or 4 shows a week. I can't do that anymore. I'm exhausted, I'm tired. I do the bare minimum around my house, and my dishes are done, my laundry's done, my floors are mopped, my bed's made, all that stuff. But I mean, there's other stuff that I need to do to get around the house that I just can't do. I'm exhausted, and I'm not even ashamed to say that there's times I've gone to bed and I've just prayed, God, do me a favor, just don't let me wake up tomorrow morning. Because that's how exhausted I am.
I guarantee you, if you take that Diatomaceous Earth every single day, take Paragard, order that Paragard, and go through the treatment of Paragard that's on Amazon. I don't have it on my page yet, but I will. But it's called Paragard. And then also do the one for the flukes that I'm talking about with the Georgia Pine Spirits. And I guarantee you, I bet you anything in this world that you feel like a brand new person.
At this point, Ann, I am up for anything. I'm just to the point where I think I'm probably to the point where you were when you were just so freaking disgusted. I drink water. Guys, I drink ice water. Like I have those big mason jars?
Yeah.
The big ones. I may drink 4 of those full a day with and I have filtered and distilled water. I fill it up with ice. I just bought some tangerines, so I squeeze some tangerine juice into it. I squeeze some lemon juice into it. I fill that up, and I have sometimes 4 or 5 of those a day. I'm literally drinking so much water, something that I've never done before.
That's a sign of diabetes, but that it could also be a sign of the flukes, because the flukes also cause you to have with your pancreas letting off different amounts of insulin. Okay, because that's how it was. I drank and I couldn't get any sleep because I was peeing all freaking night because I was so thirsty.
I am too.
So thirsty. Pee. But guess what? Guess what?
The other night I counted. I was up 7 times
since I did this parasite cleanse. That's gone. I don't have that anymore. That's been completely gone for over a month. I'm actually sleeping now.
I'm sleeping now because I started taking melatonin. But now the dreams are so vivid. I probably Dave stopped taking it. He can't take it anymore because of the vivid dreams. And I'm to that point where I probably am going to stop taking it as well. The dreams are just. I mean, I remember them. They're just dreams are just bizarre. So
Oh, sorry, I didn't know I wasn't on mic, and I'm rattling these papers.
that's okay. No, so yeah, I know room temperature water is best. I drink when I first get up in the morning. I drink actually warm water. In the morning when I get up when I break fast, and before I go to bed, I have a like a coffee cup full of not hot, but like tea water, just water, before I go to bed as well. I don't know. I've always done that. My grandmother used to do it, so I do it. I've turned into my grandmother in more than one way, let me tell you. Dave even laughs. He's like, "You're your grandmother." I was like, "I know." So my grandfather was a truck driver. And my grandmother used to have to get up in the middle of the night to pick him up from work, and that was when I lived with them when my mother was in the hospital after a car accident, and so I was young, and she used to get me dressed and, put the boots on and my winter coat. And we would get in the car and we would go pick up Grandpa at 3:00 in the morning, and she wouldn't get dressed. She'd put her, coat over her pajamas. And now I take Dave to work at like, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I take him to the truck for him to leave for the week. And I throw my jacket over my pajamas and I've got my slippers on, and he'll turn around and say, "You're your grandmother." So yes, I am.
That's funny.
Yeah. I don't. It is funny. I used to worry about my hair and makeup, and I had to be dressed. Fuck that. Throw my jacket over my pajamas and out the door I go. One time I picked him up. He's like, "Are those pajama bottoms?" I was like, "Yep. I'm going to Walmart next." That's what they wear at Walmart.
Really?
Well, here they do pajama bottoms. Yeah. Anyways, so. But yeah.
I don't guess I really paid attention to anybody there. I probably just never really look at anybody when I go. I mean, I'm just like in the zone, I just grin and go. I don't really go in for that often because I don't really like to go into Walmart. I like to order online. I like it delivered.
I do too.
But they ripped me off. I found out they were ripping me off a lot online too. Because when I did go in the store, I saw the prices were completely different than what I was seeing online. They were actually cheaper in the store.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Beer too. I heard melatonin can create a dependency. I don't know about that, but I just know that the vivid dreams. Walmart's dress code, pajamas and slippers. See? Yes, I'm telling you. That's exactly what it is. And that's exactly how I was dressed to pick them up. I had my fluffy slippers on and my pajamas, and absolutely. But so yeah, so I'm to the point, you get to that point in your life where it's either try whatever I can try, or just give up. Now that's where I am.
That's horrible. That's not an option. Failure is not an option. So we're going to do
It's
my
never
way.
been with me before, but I'm just and I'm so exhausted.
Another thing
I've been sick for since 2018.
You got to make these changes like real quick, like Tuesday. You have to do this Tuesday because it's a full moon on Tuesday. So don't fuck around for another month. If you're really serious about getting well, then I'll FedEx you or whatever you got to do. But do that. I have enough. If I get you FedEx to you, do it Tuesday on the full moon. Okay.
Okay.
Seriously, like you need to get rid of those parasites like now. For real. That is no joke. You got to do that stuff, Lori. Seriously. I know I made it look scary, but it was like you're tough. I survived. I didn't get unalived when I did that. So,
but now you with the turpentine, you're only taking one shot of lemon juice. You took 3, and that was
that's what messed me up. That's why I was gagging. Yeah, the lemon juice killed me. I like lemon juice too, but I don't want to think about it. Yeah, it's horrible. So maybe you could, just do one at the end after you're done, right?
Right.
So another thing that we were going to talk about was this real quick was this black seed oil. Because I've been working on some tinctures for you to get well, okay? So I'm working on dandelion tinctures right now, which the dandelion flower tinctures does a million things. I don't have my notes in front of me, but if you want to Google it. I'm also making more oregano oil, which is an antibiotic that even cures many staph infections. It's a really good antibiotic. But I'm making you this black seed oil tincture, particularly for you. And didn't I send you something to put up there about it? Oh, it's going to be too little for people to read, isn't it?
I got it. No, it's I can make it a little bigger. Hold on a second. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. It's a little bigger.
So this black seed oil is supposed to do everything. I mean, they say that it does everything. Some people believe that it even can cure cancer. Okay, so it fights bacterial infections. It relieves allergies. It helps you with weight loss. It can stop breast pain, rheumatoid arthritis, indigestion, heartburn, improve your memory, and enhances men's fertility, which I think that's lower nowadays because of whatever they've been doing. It also helps lower cholesterol, which is really good because these cholesterol medicines are killing us. And so they say, I mean, there's like a million things that this stuff does. If you get a chance to research it, I never knew about black seed oil as a supplement until very recently, and I'm on it now. I actually take 2 a day, and I also am making the tincture, and I'm making a big old giant bottle. I used a whole giant bottle of organic vodka to make it. Okay, so yeah, I'm fixing to make some badass tinctures with that. So it's going to be good. If y'all get a chance to research it or order any, you might want to do that because that's really good for you.
Oh wow. Allergies, headaches, high blood pressure, digestive disorders, boosting the immune, reducing inflammation, fighting infections, acne, dry hair, psoriasis, hair growth, and dry skin. The digestive disorder. You know that I've had the digestive problems for years, and I put this up on my Facebook a couple weeks ago, and a lot of people have been messaging me. They've tried it and they've had success with it. I had my gallbladder out in 2005, and the doctor never told me that I need to be taking a supplemental bile. And so I started.
One never told me that either, and I just got mine out like 2 years ago.
Oh, you need to
I
start
take
taking
it every day, just about.
Yeah, you need to start taking ox bile. It's 1,000 milligram,
Okay.
and I feel so much better after starting to take it. Oh my God.
They told me that.
Yeah, they won't. No, they won't tell you. Yeah, but I've had such success with it. I'm not as bloated. It doesn't hurt as bad. I don't have I'm not up all night with the GERD. I'm not, but yeah, so they won't tell you that.
Yeah, and also in this, so if you get a chance to look at that black seed oil, like I said, they even say that it cures maybe cancer and other things. So there's some really serious stuff. And another thing is that I'm making these dandelion tinctures, and it's a really strong antioxidant. It reduces cholesterol, and it helps regulate your blood sugar. And I think that thinking that black seed oil does too. And it reduces inflammation. The dandelions do. It lowers your blood pressure. It helps with weight loss. It can reduce cancer risk, which has been proven on that. It helps boost your immune system. And here you go, aiding in digestion, Lori. So I've got it, and that's ready to come to you. And keeping your skin healthy. So it also helps promote liver health. So that's a really good one. If you look at it, you could actually do 3 different tinctures. So you could do the tincture with the flowers, a tincture with the leaves, and a tincture with the roots. Right now, I'm working with the flowers and some of the leaves. The leaves are for like your kidneys, for kidney
Yeah,
health.
I wanted to do the whole dandelion thing, but unfortunately, everybody in my neighborhood gets their lawn sprayed.
Oh, I got millions of them. I live in the
So I can never, do the whole dandelion thing. But yeah, my uncle used to make dandelion wine, and it was so good. Oh my God. Yeah, they used to dandelion salads. My grandparents used to do the whole dandelion. We used to eat it. But yeah, everybody in my neighborhood, in my little cul-de-sac here, everybody gets their lawn sprayed.
We don't, because there's a honey farm like a mile from here. And so all the people out here in the country, we live around this honey farm. So none of us, we're all organic.
Yeah. Well, I wish we were here, but unfortunately, yeah, we're not.
Yeah. So Also, the dandelion is also a diuretic, and it helps you fight flu. It helps with your allergies. It's really good. All you got to do is pick your dandelions, wash them, dry them out. Get all the water off, dry them really good, and then just mix them. However many you have, if you have a cup of that dandelions, mix it with a cup of vodka and put it in a jar. Shake it up, put it in a dark closet, and shake it every day, and keep it somewhere dark for about 6 to 8 weeks, and then strain it and put it in a tincture bottle, and you've got medicine. Same with oregano. Everyone should be making oregano oil right now with extra virgin olive oil and oregano,
See,
half
the
and
thing
half.
of it is I heard that a lot of the olive oil is like fake now.
Oh, wow, that would really suck.
Yeah, because we get ours at
Sam's. That's where I get mine.
I get mine at Pete's, and
Sam's.
I mean we pay a lot of money for our big thing of olive oil, and I get it about I think I get it like once a year, and it's like this huge container of it. Now twice a year I get it, and it's this huge container of it. And then I heard that we need to be careful because it's let me see if I can find it. Fake olive oil now. Oops. Fake olive oil. How to spot fake olive oil.
Well, I know you could have had a lot more guests that have a lot more education and a lot more knowledge in this area than I do, but I'm telling you, it's worked for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's why I said at the beginning, this is something that, if this has worked for you, I can tell everybody once, I've started it, whether it's working for me or not, but everybody needs to do their own research on this because, there is ways out there to cure you from whatever ails you. And a lot of these things are the tinctures. I'm looking into. I'm probably going to start buying. I need to find a place where it's authentic again because there's so many counterfeit brands out there. But I'm looking into getting some RSO, Rick Simpson oil.
Some of what?
Rick Simpson oil, RSO.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, he's actually cured cancers using it.
I hope I got my mic muted before everything fell off my cabinet. Did I?
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear anything.
I was like fast. That's from being on the radio for years. You got to quick, Another one of the tinctures that I'm making a whole lot of is I made a giant bottle of, you take cloves and vodka.
Oh.
And it numbs your mouth immediately. It helps us toothache, just numbs your mouth and everything. I went ahead and just made some that was like half-life that I only had in there for like a month instead of 8 weeks and made it like half-life so that I could use it for my grandbaby.
Oh, okay.
So it wouldn't be so full strength, but you can just put your finger.
You use, instead of vodka, can you use like Everclear, or you can use any 100% alcohol.
80 to 100%.
80 to 100%, yeah.
And if you don't want to use alcohol, you can always replace it with other things. It just may not have as long of a shelf life or be as
strong. Yeah.
I would not recommend changing the cayenne pepper tincture for anything except for alcohol because you want it to go right into your bloodstream and go in there so fast. And I've got 2 big old giant bottles of that cayenne pepper tincture. You hear it? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
cayenne. How do you make that?
Same thing, half and half. Cayenne. This one's cayenne pepper and vodka.
And you just put it in clean washed glass bottles, and then you let it sit for however long.
I use a mason.
A mason jar, and then you strain it.
I put it in there. I mix it half and half, and then I put the lid on real good and tight, and I label it, date it, shake it up, and then I put it in the cabinet, shut the door, and then I come back in there the next day. I shake them all up, turn them upside down, shake them all, and then shut the cabinet door. And I do that for they say 6 to 8 weeks. So all herbalists add a little bit extra herb and leave it a little bit extra in the dark.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I think everyone does that. And that's like, I even keep my honey and cinnamon up there, and my garlic and
I
honey.
have my garlic in my honey. I bought some organic honey
Mhm.
and garlic and put it in there, and it's been out there for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months.
Oh, that's good stuff.
I'm
That's
afraid to try it.
no, don't it don't matter. It's good. It's. I think it was horrible. I hated mine, but I screwed. It's always this minced garlic that screws me up. Okay, the minced garlic sent my son to the hospital. The minced garlic ruined my honey. Okay, because it tasted so nasty. I should have used big old garlic
Oh,
pieces.
I've got the big garlic cloves I
I
use.
didn't. Again, I just had this stupid minced garlic. So that's another. I've got a bad history with that stuff, don't I?
Right. Well, trial and error, right?
Right. No, I've been just totally out here just trying to live my life pretty healthy out here in the country. I've been thinking about making some CBD oil. Because they sell CBD oil in Texas legally now, and that's some really good stuff. And I used to pay like $100 a bottle for CBD oil,
Oh, yeah, it's very expensive.
and it's super cheap here. I was getting little bags of 7 grams of CBD for like $5.
Yeah, we when Dave was first his hips were first starting to get bad, we started we looked into kratom. And the problem with that is we have to be careful with his licensing for the CDL license for the federal government. So he doesn't take anything now except for Advil. And I can't wait for him to completely and 100% retire so that I can get him on these tinctures.
Yeah, it's super good. And another thing is, and most of my tinctures though, I just it's stuff I pick up out of my yard. Like I'm just fixing to do a tincture for henbit out of the yard. The dandelions come out of my yard. The
Right.
cleavers are just coming up. The cleaver does everything in the freaking world, and that's just coming up. So that's out of my yard. So I mean, this stuff is just coming up in your yard. Stuff that they've lied to us for years and said they're freaking weeds. And my husband, he's not an outside person. I've been out there shoveling for days and days and days, and he just like he acts like I'm invisible. Okay,
Aww,
yeah, I made a video about it on TikTok where I said I
you
had
did. I know. I saw it.
invisibility quote. Visible powers, invisible.
I saw
Yeah,
it.
he's crazy. So then, but the minute that he thinks that he could get one blade of grass and he could just sit around and drink his little bonbons and sit on the riding lawnmower all day with his little mixed drink and his little freaking umbrella and his mist drinks all day. No, those days are over because he's not tearing up my yard. No, I'm gonna have weeds. What he calls weeds. I'm gonna have tall grass. I don't care. We had it out. I told him because I need to mow. I said you're not gonna mow. He said I need to mow. I said no, you're not gonna mow. You're not gonna mow. I'm done. Those days are over with. I said no, you're not gonna touch my lawn. None of it. Leave it alone.
Oh no.
We're not in the freaking city.
Right. You don't need to mow that grass.
No, and even the back acre, he insists on freaking mowing it. But let him have to do one shoveling, or he'll put that off for 9 months. But let one blade of grass get a quarter inch, and he's got to mow it down. And I said, no, don't you even give a damn about the bees, Keith? You don't even give a damn about the bees, do you? I said, I need these flowers to pollinate. You save the bees, you save the world, okay? I know that's cliche, but it's true.
Wow.
I
That's
mean,
funny.
change has to start somewhere. Why not start with us, Because in the old days, everybody had food in their yard. That's the only way
Oh,
they
yeah.
ate, or
Yeah.
they starved. And then all
Right.
of a sudden, they started bringing in these grocery stores and telling people their propaganda. Oh, you're not. You're subservient. You're second class. You're lowly because you're not getting your food at the grocery store.
Correct. Yep.
So then they did away with it, invented weeds, killed it off, took away our medicine, and created a big pharmacy because we were dumbasses.
Yeah. And then we got, the
I'm
DDT
done.
and all that. Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
done being a dumbass. Sorry, sorry, I can't help it.
She'd forgive you on that, I think.
Another thing that I've been doing is castor oil. I've turned into a castor oil junkie, and I did not know that castor oil could be used externally, not just to drink it like people think. So it dissolves every kind of cyst and tumors and bone spurs. It detoxes your liver and kidneys. I'm using it right now in my throat to dissolve these tumors that I have on my thyroid. Big tumors.
Oh,
Because
wow.
I already had to have vocal cord surgery, They said they're not going to take these out until they start obstructing my breathing or obstructing my swallowing. I'm like, the hell with that. I'm going to use castor oil packs and get rid of it my own damn self.
Right. There you go.
And I ordered the packs. I got the wrong size ones because the ones I ended up ordering were huge. So they're like that you put around your sides for your kid. You sleep with these ones, packs on to detox your kidney and liver. And but I bought extras for my husband and I. But sometimes my knee bothers me and his too. Mine's after one day of castor oil, my knee had bothered me again. But he does have knee problems all the time, so I got him one to use for his knee. And then I had a bone spur on my foot that they wanted to do surgery on. I'm like, you had to be on crutches for over a year for that surgery. I'm like, hell no. So I'm just gonna use the castor oil when I'm sleeping for about 6 months, and it'll be gone. And you can also use those on your breast, especially if you have that fibrocystic disease. You put the castor oil in a cabbage leaf and put it on there, and then put some heat on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it'll dissolve those. It really will. Research it. I'm not lying to y'all. You got to research it. They hide stuff from us. It's all there. You can find it yourself. I'm not lying.
I'm just answering people in the chat.
Are they like, oh my God, Hurricane's so boring? Put her back on the road.
Yeah, they're actually, getting into the conversation. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm like, why would she want to talk to me about this? I don't know anything. I really don't. I guess I do, but.
Well, like I said, a lot of people were really interested in it, when we were talking on Wednesday, when you were saying some things. So, and like I said, Ernie had the night off, and, I figured this would be a good time to just to sit down and chat. It's like a full-time job to heal yourself. Isn't that the truth?
Yes.
And when you are as tired and exhausted as I just don't have it in me, I would just much rather lay down and die, tell you the truth at this point.
That's how it was too, Lori. You really need that parasite cleanse, okay? Like it really changed my life, okay? Twice.
I told you I'm ready to do it. It's now or never. I have no choice. I'm to that point. You saw my blood. You saw my blood work.
Yeah, you see me healthy and get totally sick, and then get really healthy again. So, seeing it with your own eyes,
Yep, exactly. And like I said, Debbie's seen Deb's seen my blood work. Kim has seen my blood work. You've seen my blood work. It's not good at all.
Terrifying. So I'm also gardening because I want to feed and doing chickens because I want to feed my.
Let me ask you about now your chickens. Do they ever stop laying eggs like the rest of them?
No. Nope.
Because you don't.
I use Tractor Supply. The stuff they say that wouldn't let them lay eggs. That's what I used. I used Pilgrim's, probably the cheapest scratch and the cheapest pellet stuff at Tractor Supply. Is what I've always been using.
Wow.
And mine never quit laying. But then again, I didn't have a lot of eggs because I only had 4 laying hens at the time because one was younger. And then, but then I ordered more chickens, and then the red eye and red started laying really early. And so they were still eating the same crap. But I also always added stuff to it, So maybe that's why I still got eggs and nobody else did. Because I had like omega-3 and egg makers. I make them lentils. I make them like sunflower. I make them all these microgreens, let them eat on those. I give them all kinds of stuff for my garden. Like today, they had corn tortillas. They had a shit ton of celery today, extra. I pick them hen bit from out in the yard. I pick them dandelions from out in the yard. I pick them grass from out in the yard. They love that. So, I'm always giving them stuff like that. All the Meals on Wheels that Rose's aunt doesn't eat, I give it to them if it's stuff they can have, They love it. All my bread that's going bad, like today, I give them like 4 different things of bread that was left over. But I always use the same stuff and I'm still using it because I was stocked up. And so I didn't have a choice. I'm poor. Yeah. But what I've done now, this last week, is I switched over to the organic feed, and it was expensive as hell. Okay. The organic grain and the organic feed. And I mixed that up for their fermented feed because I save money by fermenting, and it's easier for them to digest, and they seem to like it better. And it doesn't waste as much, so I don't get my feelings as hurt because it's so expensive, And But I'm also still using that cheap shit that I still have to put it in there with that good stuff because I bought it. I'm on a budget. I don't sell my eggs, and I'm spending about $100 a week on these chickens. Okay, easily. I give them good stuff though. I give them red pepper flakes. I give them diatomaceous earth, food grade, the same as I take. I also give it to Ivanka and all my cats and my dogs. Okay, because that's good stuff. I don't want them to have parasites either.
Yeah.
Hell no. It also gets rid of fleas, by the way. Diatomaceous earth is really good stuff.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I let my chickens bathe in it. Like that's their bath. Like they have it in their hen house in a bucket for them to roll around in. I put it all in the dog house. If there ever gets fleas in the house from the animals, I take the animals out and I put a little mask on and I dust everything with you'll breathe it in, because it's real. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wear like a little mask when you do it, and then vacuum it up. It'll get rid of any fleas that are out in your house. And if you have animals, occasionally that does happen.
Right.
But that'll get rid of them immediately. So diatomaceous earth, food grade is what I use for everything. I just keep it. I buy big old bags of it at Tractor Supply for my animals. And I give them like black seed. I also give them black seeds, black sunflower seeds, black oil sunflower seeds. I do them in microgreens. Really healthy. They love them.
Oh wow. Somebody was asking me about my tests, my blood work. Hold on a minute. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the blood work?
I can see it, but I can't really see it because I'm
okay.
on.
Okay, let me pull it up on my phone so I know where I am as far as that. Hold on a second.
Our internet's been real sketchy, so I apologize. I didn't use my laptop.
No worries. I'm just going to pull it up. So this was my blood work, and okay, yeah, you can see it. Oh, good. You can see it pretty good too. Okay. So there's my name up there. It's my blood work. Oops. And you'll see high risk is the red, and that's what is concerning. So here's my SGPT, or no, my GDP, my cholesterol. My cholesterol is 258,000, guys. Yeah. Very high on my LDL, 179,000. And this is what they're concerned about. My cortisol is high at 51. My fibrinogen activity is 424,000. My leptin is 118,700, very high. And my sed rate, my blood is very, very, very thick. And my doctor is concerned that if I do not get my blood thinner, I could possibly have a stroke or a heart attack
Pepper,
any moment.
Mix it with cinnamon, with honey so it won't burn because if you drink it, it's nasty.
Drink what?
Mix it with some cinnamon, with the honey, the cayenne pepper, so it's not so miserable,
I have cayenne pepper. I just bought 2 things of it.
Take it religiously and thin your blood immediately. Immediately it will thin your blood, okay?
Okay.
So, like, when I first did that, I didn't really do the research on it. And I was just like listening to some girl. She was talking about mixing it with honey. And she's like, it's really not that hot. It's not that hot. And I was like, I thought cayenne pepper was hot. Why was I thinking it was hot? I thought it was hot. Maybe I was wrong. So I was like, oh, well. So when there's cooked me some scrambled eggs, I was like, I'm too lazy to mix it with that honey. Maybe I'll just put it in my eggs if it's not that hot. And I took a ton of it on my eggs. And I took a big old giant bite of it. Oh, my God. I like to die. Oh, it killed me. Oh, it was horrible. I was like, oh, my God. I'm never going to listen to people on TikTok again. Idiots.
That's so funny.
Right. It's horrible. I was like, I thought it was hot. I really don't eat cayenne pepper. I just sprinkle a little bit when I'm cooking, But I never really just eat it real heavy. So I was like,
well, it's really... it's hot. It's cayenne pepper. It's
yeah, but I just always use it real light, Texas. You use stuff like that on everything. Everything has that. But anyways, I just you got to use it. It's amazing. Research it. It'll thin your blood immediately. That's good stuff. If you're having bleeding anywhere, it helps stop bleeding. And so, like, even if you have internal bleeding somewhere or a wound bleeding out or whatever, you can drink, put some cayenne pepper in some water, drink it, and it'll help stop the bleeding almost immediately.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. You save people's life. It stops a heart attack. So everyone should keep a drawer with that in their pocket, you know.
Yeah. Yes, I am in Chicago, and the doctor that did my blood work is Dr. Keith Nemick, and he's with the Total Health Institute here in the Chicago area. And so, yeah, that's who my doctor is.
Well, what do they think's wrong with you?
He did use the C word, but I refuse to even accept that. So I'm not even going to talk about that.
Have you even seen all the testimonies about the people who say that they had like stage 4 of that?
Yeah.
And they took a dog parasite medicine for dogs and were cured. There's like thousands of people with
Well,
testimony.
Okay,
I'm not
so
even joking about that.
we've got that stuff that, that horse stuff that you're not supposed
Ivermectin.
that stuff. They begins with the I. It's upstairs in my closet. Now the problem with it is when we got it, we got the liquid form of it. We bought it in Oklahoma. We were coming through. We were with a friend, and she took us to the feed store there, and we picked it up, and it's in a gallon jug, and it's liquid. And I read you, it said what, 20 cc's or 20 milliliters for every 500 pound for a horse. So I was like, well, how much would I take for that? I'm obviously not, I don't weigh 500 pounds. And so, yeah.
Didn't you see the video I made about it?
I did. I saw it. Yeah. Did you see the one comment? She's trying to kill me. She's like 40 milliliters. I'm like, you're trying to kill me. Like, that's not 40. I don't weigh 2,000 pounds, lady. Yes.
You can actually, I don't have the website, but I'm sure your moderators have it. I bet that your moderators know and all that stuff. It's like a wellness clinic that you go onto online. It's the health something doctors, frontline doctors maybe, or something like that.
Frontline, yeah, frontline.
Yeah, and so you can get ivermectin there.
Yes, Elisa. As a matter of fact, here's the thing: is I have a humongous. I may go live the next day or so when I'm out of the house and show you guys the huge 5G tower that we have, not a mile up my road. My ears.
Oh, you need to buy that stuff to protect you. I bought a bunch of it.
My ears have been ringing so bad lately. Oh my God. Yeah, they're trying to kill us.
Okay, it's called shungite. Water purification stones called natural shungite, but you can also buy the shungite and you put it. I bought a shungite pyramid and put it by our Wi-Fi. It cancels out like all the radiation and everything.
Oh.
You can put that shungite around your house; it'll protect you. Y'all got to research this. I know y'all get sick of me saying that, but I get sick of doing everybody's research for them.
Right.
I mean, and besides, I really firmly believe that, you have to sit to believe it. I can lead you that direction, but only you're going to be able to find that. And like what your medications you're on, so you'll know what to look for. If it says, if you're on so-and-so and so-so, don't take this,
Right. Yeah.
But shungite, it's SHUNGITAE. I'm sorry. SHUNGITE. Shungite. And I got this one. It's called water purification stones. It's all natural, and
we filter and distill our water here. We don't even mess around.
Well, these you wash them and then you set them in the sun and you activate them, and then they're like I think they last a whole lifetime. You could put them in anything in it. Water, supposedly it purifies your water.
Huh.
Yeah, crazy, right? I mean, I have purification stuff, but I wanted that too,
Right. Because
I'm not going to miss out on something cool like that.
Right. I've been also looking at, there's somebody, I can't remember. There's somebody on YouTube, I think it was. And he sells the EMF cancellation hats and stuff. Now, here's the thing is I've started, this is something just recently, and I know I said it before that I was going to start doing it, but I just started doing it recently. We shut our internet off when we're sleeping now. We used to keep it on. But I wanted like 3-4 weeks ago, I said to him, I was like, let's do an experiment. Let's turn the Wi-Fi completely off and completely turn our phones off. and see if we have a better sleep. And we did. And I was taking the Nescan iodine for a while, and I wasn't feeling any different on that. But apparently I felt the difference with my thyroid. I did.
Well, you had one guest on the show a long time ago when COVID was just first being heard about. And I was listening to her, and she actually got me on selenium.
Yeah, selenium.
And I take that every day also as a supplement.
Yeah. There's a funny story about selenium. I'll tell you off air. Oh, God. Funny story about it. No, I take no pharmaceutical medicines. Seren, she said, or he said, some medications will cause earring. I take no pharmaceutical medications. I take my ox bile that I have right here. I have my melatonin right here, and I take for the itching and the swelling that I get from my lupus. If I don't take Benadryl, I take two capsules of Benadryl every night before I go to bed. And if I don't take it, my fingers swell up like little sausages, and they itch, and they get these little bumps and these little blisters on them. So I have to keep that under control. And since I've been doing that, I haven't had that problem. So that's the only medicine, and I will take Tylenol if I absolutely have to. I try not to take it because it hurts my stomach. I'll be up all night. I can't take a leave anymore. The last time I took a leave, I was literally almost in the hospital for my stomach. So I take Tylenol. But yeah. So that's the only thing. Those are the only medicines right now that I am taking.
I'm like pretty much gotten off my medicines too. I'm just taking my levothyroxine. It's the only pharmaceutical that I'm actually taking.
Yeah.
I'm taking.
Just got put on blood pressure medicine.
Well, I'm supposed to be on it. I'm supposed to be on 2 blood pressure medicines and cholesterol medicine and blah blah blah, all this other crap, you know. But what I'm taking is levothyroxine. Right now, I'm on clindamycin because I'm sick. And I was taking the oregano oil, and I think it did help me for a while, but I needed more. I just needed more. I was sick. So I got the Alpha Brain is what I take, the black seed oil. I just ordered ashwagandha, and I can't remember why I ordered it, but it's for stress and mood support and something with bioperine for absorption. So I don't know. Something I probably saw on freaking TikTok. But I researched it. I remember researching it for something and thought I needed it. And so I haven't started that. I just got it today. And then I also do the castor oil on my neck and my knee and my wherever I feel like I need it. It feels so good. I also use it for my eyelashes, to grow my eyelashes back. And I've also been using it on my hair to get my hair healthy again. Did y'all see me cut my hair off?
Yes.
I cut my hair off. Are you freaking out? I cut my damn hair off.
No, but it looks awesome. I can't believe you put your hair in 2 ponytails and cut your hair.
I just cut that. I think I'm having mental issues, or
Stop.
Maybe the borax is poison. Borax every day. It was so fried. It was so just my Hashimoto's is supposed to be like one of my lab works is supposed to be like between like $1.34 like say if it was dollars, it'd be like $1.34 to like $3.75. Mine was like $31. Okay. So it messed up all my hair, and my eyelashes started falling out, and my hair started breaking and just frying out. Plus I always put blonde on it, so it's kind of a little bit over processed anyway from the hard summer and the winter,
Right.
But it started breaking off. It was horrible. It felt like, I don't know, it felt like something burned up or something, like burnt carpet or something. And I just had enough, and I just had a breakdown one day, and I don't know, I was having a mental issue, I guess, or whatever. I chopped my damn hair off. I've been like kind of having some mental issues since I did that, because I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why would I do it? It looks pretty though. It looks good.
Looks really good. So we have half an hour. So you said you wanted to talk a little bit about
water filtration.
Yeah.
Burning desire. I just feel like somebody out there needs to hear this. Maybe it's just me thinking this, because I know all of you. I know that your Yankee folks there, or all your air is contaminated now. I'm so worried about everyone in the north, and it's just got me so sad and worried, sick. It didn't help that I had literally posted on TikTok like February 2nd about how I had dreams, how people all on the East Coast suffocated, and all this stuff happens to the air. You know what I mean? So that kind of freaked me out a little bit. It really did. It makes me, I get paranoid about stuff like that. Y'all. I know everybody's like, hey, you're not supposed to have fear, but whatever. You know, I do. That's scary to me. And I've been worried about it already. I don't know what would, I'm only like a mile from a train track. Like, I don't know. God, that would just be terrifying. I mean, I can't even imagine what these people are going through. This is just terrifying, these
Yeah.
Ohio people.
Yeah, I know it.
It's just absolutely terrifying. And to see your animals just falling down dead like that, I would be so freaked the hell out. People like, I think people were desensitized, to news now, that we're not actually hearing what's actually saying that their
Well,
dog.
you know what? There's a lot more going, but there's a lot more going on than Ohio today. There's a fire up in Brooklyn, New York, with a food distribution center. There's been 3 or 4 more train derailments in the last few days. Trains hitting trucks with flammable material on it. I mean, you wouldn't believe some of the things that are
I know.
happening.
I don't know what it's going to take for people to open up their eyes and realize that we are under attack.
Yeah, we are. We are definitely under attack, whether it's from
And
the
we
federal
are
government, whether
attacked.
it's from outside forces, whatever it is, we are definitely
We
under
are definitely under attack, and people need to understand we're under attack. What I've been doing, I wish everybody was where I'm at, and I'm still not even ready, so that's terrifying. But I have been canning and prepping and doing all that stuff for years now, and doing the I knew this chicken shortage was coming. Call it psychic discernment, whatever. But I did. I called that, didn't I?
Yeah,
And so I got the chickens because I said, pretty soon you're not going to be able to order them
you did.
across the
That's why you got the chickens. But you're pimping in eggs now.
I am pimping in eggs. As a matter of fact, I gave all of my dogs had hard-boiled eggs for 2 days in a row for all their snacks.
Wow. You're pimping when you can give the dogs hard-boiled eggs.
I've literally cooked like 3 or 4 dozen eggs for these dogs in the last few days. Okay, I mean I've been cooking Ivanka scrambled eggs every day.
Aw, Ivanka deserves scrambled eggs every day, Mama.
I know,
Yeah,
PIM.
Ivanka, you tell Mama.
Yeah,
She's my god dog. God dog.
Anyway, so this water situation is really terrifying because the air is really terrifying. I actually have gas masks here at my home, but I honestly don't even know how to use them, and they're I don't even know for sure where they're all at. Okay, because they weren't never really a priority because I guess I really never took it seriously. And now I'm like, oh my God, I should have had these out. What if that train wrecked right here by my house, 1 mile from here? How long before the air would travel here would I have to be able to have that mask ready and available? And I have them here, and I don't even have them available. So that's really messed up because most people don't even have them, and I do have them. Okay.
Right.
I classes on bug out bags. Okay. And I'm always preaching to everyone about bug out bags. And right now my bug out bags are not packed for anybody. So we went through moving some stuff and doing some things, and I don't know. So yeah, I teach this. And I bet I've made 1,000,000 videos preaching to people about these damn bug out bags, and mine are not even ready. So I'm going to get on that real quick, okay? And then the water filtration, though, air you can go just like however long you can hold your breath, okay? Not very long without air, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Water, you can only go 3 days without water. 3 days. So food is not important. Water is important because you can go 3 weeks starving to death and you ain't going to die. But you got to have water in 3 days. Water is very important. And if your water is poison, then you're going to see all these sicknesses. So that lymphatic exercise that I was showing y'all, and that one exercise that you put up before the guy started talking, where he was doing the 3 little tiny exercises, those things all, you start at the top, you go in order. It's important that you go in order. You start at your neck, and there's a certain order that you go because that's how your body drains, okay? And so, and it also won't function right if it's not draining right. So a whole shit ton of your problems could just be from something like that, And so with all this toxins getting in the air and you're breathing all this air, make sure that you are doing that anyways because it's not going to hurt, all right? And then on the water filtration, I ordered, so I ordered from this place. It's called discountfilters.com. I ordered mine originally from cheaperthandirt.com, but I don't think they sell them anymore. But I got mine from cheaper discountfilters.com, and there's these ceramic filters, and they're not real expensive. And you take these buckets. So first time I did it in 2 5-gallon buckets, and the buckets they fit down on each other, and the water drains through it, and then goes down to the second bucket where it has a filter. Okay, it gets rid of all these contaminants. Well, I upgraded mine. I fixed that one, and then I upgraded to a smaller one that we put together. Same thing, same exact setup, but I just used a 3-gallon bucket, so they were smaller for my kitchen. but I can run it through that big system, and then I can run it the second time through that second system, okay? And then I got the Brita and the pure filters, and made sure that I ordered a shit ton of filters in case I couldn't get any more, okay, for
Right.
those. And I also got the Shungite, whatever they are, these water filtration stones, And then also I keep bleach on hand, and I have those little drops that you can put in water for filtering water. I keep those on hand in case we had to filter this water. I also am planting. I have growing right now about probably at least 15 to 20 moringa trees. Boy, some of them are about 2 feet tall. Some are 1 foot
Now,
tall.
those
Some are
moringa
3
trees,
feet
those are
tall.
the ones you can eat every single part of it, right?
Exactly. Well, check this crap out. We were paying shit tons of money trying to get these moringa seeds, and the only way you could get them was if you ordered this organic seed packet. And you get all these seeds that you're never going to freaking use, and one little pack of them is the moringas. Well, you only get 5 of them. Out of the 5 seeds that's in there, only one of mine grew. Okay, so that's a waste of damn money. But guess what? I found freaking these seeds on freaking Amazon for $9.99 because they eat them. People eat them, the moringa seeds. 1,000 of them for $9.99, and I've been growing the living hell out of these trees. Okay, with those seeds. I have like 16 to 20 of them right now growing. One of them's like 2 feet tall. Basically, I'm planting a whole shit ton more, okay? And I am putting them all over my property because not only does it have medical properties, you can eat every single part of this tree, but it's the only plant in the world that you can completely filter water with.
What?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
moringa, Moringa. Dude, literally 1,000 freaking seeds I ordered on freaking Amazon for $10 because they eat them. People eat these seeds, moringa seeds. They eat them. So they think as they say, they make you lose weight or not get as hungry, But they have a lot of health benefits. And so that is really good. I'm lining my whole freaking property with these trees, okay? And they're fast growing trees too. Like they reach maturity in just years. And they're originally from Africa. They're drought resistant. You
Wow.
gotta water them and stuff like other stuff. Moringa, moringa. Check it out. You need to get it. Also, you need a live straw. You need a live straw. You need a live straw. You need to go on Amazon. You need to get your live straw. Get your live straw and make sure you have it in your, because you just never know when you have to have water. You have to have water, and you don't know where you have to get it from. And there's two. If you get a live straw, there's actually a lid on each end, and it does not work unless you uncap both ends. I found out the hard way. Okay, you'll be sucking for days in a mud puddle. It's thirsty. You're not getting nothing. So take off both lids or you'll feel stupid. That happened to me during survival. These asshats let me do that for an hour. But I hated them. I was crying. It was my first survival. Oh, it was horrible. Oh, my God.
All those asses.
It's all right. That's all right. I forgive him. No, I never. I never forgive him. But yeah, those are some of the things you can do to filter water. You also need to have water, okay? Rose just spent like $250 at Tractor Supply and bought this giant black plastic thing. I don't know what the hell it is. It's like I don't know, like maybe I guess it's a cow water trough or something. It's huge. I could barely even get it in the back of my truck, okay, to bring it home from Tractor Supply. But she got that to store water in, and I keep my pool up, running, and clean year round for water, okay? I also have like, not very many, but I have like 5 50-gallon water barrels that every 6 months I rotate it out, power wash them out, add more bleach. You can Google how much bleach per gallon that you add. It's not a whole lot, it's a little tiny bit, and I keep those up. I just also got I don't know how big they are. They're probably about 250-gallon each things that hold water, but they're old and they had dirt in them and everything else, so they need to be cleaned out and filled up. And I haven't done that yet. I just got the stands made for them and to fill that up with water. And we also have a little plastic storage container thing like you buy at Lowe's. They're pretty big actually. They hold a lot, and I have that one of those just completely filled with water bottles, which I probably have about 20 or 30 cases, but I usually keep about 60 cases, so we're actually pretty low. I might only have about 20 or 25 cases now because we're kind of getting pretty low. Because I have to rotate that out too, so I probably need to restock up on that. But that's something else to think about.
I was looking while we were talking. They got pill forms of moringa with turmeric and black pepper.
Because there's health benefits to the plant as
Oh,
well.
no.
But what you want is that actual tree.
Okay.
because if you're starving to death and there's no food around, you can live indefinitely off of that. You're not going to starve to death. Another thing that I bought was I bought a whole bunch of cattail seeds. I bought a bunch of mullein seeds, and I'm because cattails are medical and they're edible, and no one would ever eat them. They'd walk right past them and never know they were food, you know. And here you could just survive. And also the mullein plant, which is the best medicine in the world, and I ordered those on Amazon, and they're growing like crazy. But the mullein seeds are
tea bags too.
the mullein seeds though, which is very illegal, and I would never ever hope nobody would ever do something like this because it's just horrible that people actually take those mullein seeds, and I can't believe they sell them on Amazon. Can you? And you can take those mullein seeds and just throw them in a tank and telephone those fish, you know, and they just get paralyzed and just float up to the water to the top. Highly horrible thing to do, isn't it?
Unless you're hungry.
Yeah, I mean, it's illegal. I would never.
Oh no, if it's illegal, we would never do.
I just can't believe they're selling them on Amazon.
They're selling them on Amazon.
Mullein seeds.
Mullein seeds on Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we would.
They're growing really good. So I've got.
We would never promote anything illegal like that.
No way.
No.
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt the fish because
disclaimer.
Because
wink,
you
wink,
eat.
Wink, nod.
You eat every single bit of that mullein plant.
Yeah.
So that's nothing's poisonous going into those fish, you know. But I literally, and I don't know how many I have. 1, 2. I can't even count them. I don't know, probably 30. I bet I have at least 30 mullein plants growing right here in my living room. They're little bitty. Gosh, yes, there's so many of them. Oh my God, it's like just in this one little planter. I have one. You're only supposed to put one seed. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I'm extra like that. I put 5 seeds in it. That's why I have so many. So yeah, there's a shit ton of them. So I'm fixing to have mullein all the way down my driveway. I don't care if it's a weed. I think it's a pretty plant. And I'm just going to put it all the way down my big fancy Trump white picket fence. I don't give a damn. I'm going to make it stylish. And I'll smoke it, barter it, use it for Mucinex. That's what saved our life in COVID. My whole family was drinking this mullein tea. It's like a liquid Mucinex. It kept all of us out of the hospital.
That's okay. So when Dave and I got COVID, I don't even know which time. We've had it like, I don't know, 4 times. But it's right here. I've got, oh shit, it's stuck. Oh, here it is. Okay, mullein leaf, fluid extract, nature's answer, fluid extract mullein leaf, 2,000 milligrams, alcohol free. And so I get this.
I probably made you get it.
Probably. Somebody did. I don't know who it was. And so I can't take it. I get horrible cramping, and I'm in the bathroom, like just praying to die.
Well, no telling what the hell you're getting, but I'm going to send you some, and I promise you that will not happen with my mullein because mine's fresh. You know, I processed it myself, so I don't know what you're getting, but it has never ever happened to anybody that I know of that's taken mullein. So throw that shit away. Something's wrong with it. It's probably some crap. It probably ain't even mullein. And also, if you have mulberry trees, pick those mulberry leaves, okay? Pick those mulberry leaves, dry them out. I don't even dry them. I'm lazy. I just throw them in a paper bag and let them dry themselves in the Texas heat, okay? It just take a minute, right? Throw an absorption thing in there. Mullein leaves are badass. They're like, it cures like a million jillion things. It's the best tasting tea you've ever drank in your life with the fresh mullein.
See, this was horrible tasting. I was gagging.
Not mullein. I mean a mulberry.
Oh, I was going to say.
No, mullein tea is delicious. Oh, God, okay. No, this tea, mullein, I don't know what the hell you got. Mullein tea is delicious. I'm serious. It tastes so good. But mulberry leaves taste even better, okay? Mulberry leaf is so freaking good, okay? And also, you could dry it. This is what I got
right here.
You could smoke it. So, like, say shit hits the fan and you can't get cigarettes, okay? You smoke the mullein leaves, okay? So you can barter that because you can take shit ton of leaves real easily in brown paper bags and real easily and stock it back. And if shit hits the fan, you need to barter, okay? People will sell their souls for cigarettes, all right? So buy a bunch of rolling papers and you can get the dollar kinds and buy a bunch of rolling papers for your mullein because you can smoke the mullein. Like they used to give it to people that had tuberculosis that was coughing all the time. So you smoke the mullein and it actually makes you stop coughing. And so like, especially people who are smokers, you know, it works really good for them. And And what it is like a real gentle liquid mucinex. So if you expect get it out, all the the I can't talk right. All
You-
that mucus that's inside of you, it comes out, but it's real gently comes out.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what, yeah, that's what mullein does. And it also has a lot of other properties that are healing with it as
Oh,
well.
wow.
But
Wow.
it's they gave it to people with tuberculosis, and that's my secret. That's what I do before my shows. If I have a cough, I drink mullein tea before the shows, so I don't cough during the show.
Wow. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at Kenny. Kenny, you need to shut up. He says now you've turned hippie on him, smoking cloves and such.
No, I like the cloves in the house to get rid of any like bad juju in the house. That's what I do with my cloves. I've got one. I've got some sitting right here, like a burn them like an
Kenny
incense.
just came in here to make me laugh. That's all he he doesn't have any computers to fix, so he's gonna come in here and cause trouble. Kenny's
So
another one that I've known since the Bundy days.
ah,
Yeah.
so this has like been an interesting show. I hope I didn't bore these people to death.
Not at all.
I don't know a whole lot about it, but
I definitely motivated me to to start doing some of the things that I've put off doing. That's for sure.
have no fear. I got a whole bunch of stuff to send you.
Well, yeah.
So we're gardening here. I've been so busy. I'm making all these tinctures. Got 34 chickens, 5 dogs, about 25,000 cats.
And a partridge in a pear.
Yes, today I planted snow peas, and I planted yellow squash. And this weekend I planted 16 rose bushes.
Nice.
16 rose bushes. You know how pretty that's going to be?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that is going to be gorgeous. They're called double knockouts. They're red
Nice.
with that white picket fence behind it. Ooh,
I know we're
girl.
coming down there in October.
Yay. Yeah, my garden will still be up because that's still like spring in Texas.
Yeah, we're coming down in October for a wedding, and I'll get you the specifics, but we're going to be in the area.
I'll have to get him dressed, ready to party. And
Put on your red shoes and dance the blues.
another thing that I'm growing in my garden is the prickly lettuce, which is a weed supposedly. When you feel it on the backside, right in the middle of it, there's like a little bitty spine that doesn't stab you, but it's prickly, but it doesn't stab you. That's how you know it's that. It's got smooth leaves on the top. They're kind of long and skinny, and then you'll feel that ridge on the back. So this plant is hydrocodone. Okay, you can smoke it. I wouldn't suggest it. It's hard to roll. It's like Thorazine. And don't ask me how I know what Thorazine is, but I generally do try stuff. So it's like the Thorazine shuffle. It's a sedative. You're not going to get high, so you're not going to get some buzz off of it. Okay, but if you wait till it flowers, or anytime you want to boil the leaves and the stems and cut those up and make a tea out of it, it's a very, very, very strong sedative. Okay, so you can make tinctures with it and all kinds of stuff, balms and everything else. But if you wait till it flowers, right when it flowers, cut the flower off, and then express all the milk out of the middle stem. It puts out a white powdery. That's hydrocodone, but without the addictive properties. And all y'all know that Henry Tudor, the King of England, was my 10th great grandfather. I found an article where he was addicted to that stuff, and I'm like, you can't even get addicted to it. He was such a loser. I can't believe he was like my grandpa. Like, he's such a loser. And then they say he was addicted, and there's no addictive qualities. That's just sad. This guy. I think he died of parasites. He really did. No, he really did. He really did. He really did.
I'm
When I
sorry.
read that, yeah, that's fucked up. And I just thought about that. That's crazy. It dawned on me that he did, actually.
Well, hey.
We were at an antique store the other day. We're in an antique store the other day, and there's all these creepy little dolls, and there's like this 12-inch one. I looked over, I go, oh my God. And Rose is like, what am I? It's my grandfather. It's Henry Tudor. Go away. She goes, do you want it? Hell no, I don't want it. He was a creepy old man. He killed all his wives. He locked my grandma up. I hate him.
Right? Yeah, he wasn't the best of husbands, was he?
No, he's a bad guy. So we're doing our gardens here, and I've got like about 1,000 tomatoes, about 1,000 cantaloupes, and basil, and green scallions, and red onions, and cilantro, parsley, okra, grilla, elderberries, mullein, rosemaries,
Elderberry
Brussels
pie is my
sprouts,
favorite.
I've got every edible. I don't know how to say them. The Indonesia and Nasturtium. I don't know how to say them, but I've got every kind of borage, every kind of edible medical flower that is a companion plant growing as well.
Somebody wants to know what plant are you talking about that helps with the pain?
That's the prickly lettuce. It's a weed that grows out in your driveway.
Yes. You know what? I just saw something like that. And again, unfortunately, I have a lot of it growing in my backyard, but I can't use it because everybody around me sprays.
I have plenty of it. I can send you, but I just, I'm not letting Keith mow it. He's just having an absolute fit. And I dug up some of it and retransplanted it actually in my garden, forgot to dig it all the way down and water it. And so it died. And now it's coming back up again because it's a weed. I'm like, hell yeah. I bet I've got 1,000 of them in my yard. And he is having a freaking aneurysm because I'm not letting him mow them down. I'm like, buddy, you're not mowing them down. They got to be 12 freaking feet, 12 inches tall before I can harvest them for my tinctures. Okay. They got to be even taller with the flower. And I said, and you think you're going to cut down those little things over there? He goes, oh, those aren't no good. I go, those thistles? He goes, those thistles got to go. I said, huh, you take the thistles, cut all the leaves off the thistles, and you take the stem, and then you cut them like they're hollow on the inside. You cut them like little lifesavers. You cut the stems like little lifesavers, and you cook them all kinds of ways. You can eat them raw or whatever, and they're supposed to be real good for you. And also that thistle detoxes your liver. I'm tired of him cutting down my crap, okay? I'm done. It's not happening.
He needs another hobby. He needs a hobby.
And I told him, I said, I'm going to tell you something, Keith. I said, you better set that lawnmower on the highest damn setting because I'm going to know. I'm going to look at every blade of grass that you cut. I'm on his ass this year. He already mowed down all my stuff with a weed eater. So then he went and got me a weed eater for Mother's Day. I'm like, really? Really? I love my weed eater. Don't get me wrong, but do you know how horrible that is to give your wife a weed eater for Mother's Day? So I'm like, okay, well, I can play this game. Well, the next month was his birthday and Father's Day on the same weekend. Huh. Checkmate, bitch. I got him 2 generators that I've been wanting forever. Oh yeah, Keith got 2 generators for his birthday.
Funny. That's funny because a couple weeks ago, Dave was making a Walmart order. He goes, "Do you need anything?" I said, "Yes." I said, "I've got my spin mop that I absolutely love, and I need replacements for my mop." And he goes, "Oh, Valentine's Day just went. I guess can we just chalk it up to me getting you a new mop for Valentine's Day?" I said, "Well, it beats a broom."
Right. That was a good one. Yeah. So yeah, I got into 2 generators, and those are expensive. They're like $600 a piece.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, our viewer says food and medicine everywhere, and it's not even funny. It's true. It is. It literally is everywhere. And something. Again, the pharmaceutical companies have just destroyed our health. Most pharmaceuticals are made out of petroleum-based products, which is keeping us sick. We've discovered that we have receptors, CBD receptors in our bodies. That was the reason for what was it? The Up in Smoke, the when they lost their minds about green back in the 1940s or 50s, I think it was 40s, and they made everything illegal because they knew that hemp and CBD and all those, they knew that those were keeping people healthy. And ever since that time, ever since they've made these natural natural holistic medicines illegal, we've progressively gotten sicker. It started back with the Codex Alimentarius when they decided that they were going to control the amount of vitamins and minerals that were put in our foods. I mean, we can have a healthy or an acceptable level of an acceptable level of poisons in our foods, or pesticides in our foods, and yet it's illegal to put even a milligram over vitamin C in your food. They completely got it backwards.
Oh, you can't end there till you talk about the grounding. That's so important because that's one of the key.
Yeah, the grounding. You gave me a video.
I am a believer in this. And you know what? Today I literally was in my garden. It's been raining and everything else, but I was in my garden barefoot, planting squash and planting peas barefoot, mind you, and working on my cactus garden barefoot. All right, pushing a wheelbarrow all around my yard barefoot. I was barefoot all day today. I came in the house. I go, honey, look at my bottom of my feet, and I held up my feet up. I go, it's so clean. He goes, it's clean. I go, I know. How the hell is it clean? I've been in my garden and how the hell is my feet so clean? I don't know. But y'all, I swear to God, since I've been going barefoot, oh my gosh, I'm like, I would be horrified if people went barefoot before, but now I feel so much better. My back, my feet, everything. Like my feet always hurt all the time. But I mean, I have so much energy, y'all. I'm 57 years old. I look really good. I'm healthy, I'm telling you, there's something to this, all right? But you got to play that video, Lori. I swear by this. I swear by this.
I'll play it right now.
We tried to figure out how much charge the body takes in when you touch the earth. What happens is the body saturates with electrons practically instantaneously. It's so fast that you can't measure it. So electrons from the earth enter the body right away, and they coat the red blood cells so that the cells repel each other. And then they can't clump, and the blood viscosity goes down. It's easier for the heart to pump the blood pressure goes down, all kinds of cardiovascular issues, they go away.
Well, I think I'm going to go out tomorrow in my bare feet and walk across See, I can't because everybody sprays around here. I can't. I'm afraid to walk. I'm barefoot for the chemicals.
Just go out there and wash your yard with Dawn soap.
You want people to think I'm crazy, don't you?
Nope. Seriously. We bought a little thing, and it fits on our water hose, and you put the Dawn soap in it. It's like a little plastic thing, and then you just push the little button, and it sprays out from your water hose. Sprays it on your lawn, because that's what kills fleas and everything like that. That's how we treat our yards, because I got 5 dogs,
Oh, okay.
So that's how we do to get rid of fleas, so we don't have fleas in the yard. Okay. Or ants, things like that.
Right.
They hate Dawn. Dawn's like God's gift to the world. So good.
I love Dawn. I clean my showers with it, and the glass in my showers and my tiles and everything. I love Dawn dish soap. Dave's like, why do we have to think of Dawn in our shower? It's like that's how I keep the shower clean.
Right. I was thinking today that I guess I'm like, am I really giving people advice? Because I'm like the biggest hypocrite or loser. I don't know. I think sometimes I'm mentally unstable because I question my insanity, because it dawned on me today. I go through so much work and so much hassle to try to feed my family healthy and teach people how to live healthy. But let me see one damn thing on TikTok that might get rid of a wrinkle. I never freaking ask what's in that. Okay. I literally just know I'm sick.
I just slather that stuff on my face.
Dude, I will anything. I don't give a damn. I just bought Botox threads. I just bought a Kardashian lip plumper, okay? Like, I wear face tape, okay? I don't even care I don't give a damn if it gets rid of that blemish, all right? I was I am. Because if it's something I like, I don't care what's in it,
Yes, you're too funny.
I'm like, I don't want to know. I'm going to use it. But then I'll, like, oh my God, I can't believe you're eating that brand of potato chip that so-and-so has.
As you're slathering the anti-age cream on your face.
Exactly.
Don't eat that bread, it's bad for you. Slather.
Also, that bentonite clay that I was talking about that you use in the bathtub, you can also use that for the natural deodorant and also for toothpaste. And I'm using right now, I just use baking soda. I don't use any toothpaste anymore. I only use baking soda for my teeth. That's it. But I will use every chemical that's in Crest strips daily. Damn, because I don't want the Mormons to know I'm drinking coffee, okay? I don't want the Mormons to know I'm drinking coffee. I have to use Crest strips every day and put more chemicals in my body. I need these detoxes for all the chemicals I've had, because the missionaries took them over. You can see those yellow stained up teeth. There's no Mormons with yellow teeth, all right? I keep them in business. My teeth look good, all right?
That's right. Well, Ann, thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you so much. One more thing. I'm sorry, but you had to cover this. You showed a picture of it earlier, but it's also for your laundry detergent. And we didn't get a chance to go into it tonight, but I want people to go read the Old Testament about the clothes that you're supposed to wear because I was reading that the other day.
Oh
And
gosh, yes.
you're not supposed to be mixing certain kind of materials together. And I did not
You're
know
not
this
supposed to
crap.
be mixing cotton with anything.
Right. Yeah. So I'm wondering that's like really messing us up on our psychic.
Yeah.
So
It's electrical, the electrical vibrations of it.
but the
Yeah.
laundry detergent, you showed the picture of it earlier with the borax. I
It's
do
up on the
that.
screen.
Okay, yeah, I do that. And then that's exactly what I use, that Arm& Hammer superwash stuff and the borax, and I use the Fella
Oh,
Snap. It's getting harder to get because I was stockpiled up on that stuff, and now it's getting so hard to find.
yes. Yeah.
So the last time I actually had, I still have like about 10 bars stocked up because I'm a prepper like that. But this last time I actually had to get Zote, which I heard is just as good. And another thing that I didn't get to discuss tonight was this Dial Gold bar. If you're going to use any soap in your house, don't use anything but that, okay?
Yeah.
Go Dial Gold bar. And they say don't use anything else. I still use the soap that I get from the honey store, but I've heard it. But I also have the Dial Gold now all in our house. It's antibacterial and everything else.
Yeah.
So y'all want to check out those laundry detergents, okay? Because that's another thing that's making us sick, all right?
Absolutely, it is. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Absolutely.
that's all I got to say. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for joining me. I really enjoyed our conversation. I can't believe again 2 hours zoomed by. It always seems to do that when I am interested in what we're talking about. Wow.
I want to talk about Kim Kardashian and Obama and Akhenaten because I'm onto something here.
We'll have to do that.
That's funny though, isn't it? I thought that was so funny. That was so hard to keep a straight face saying that. But I swear it does look like Kim Kardashian.
That's too funny. All right. Well, I will put the link in the description below where you can find Anne. I have all of her TikToks. I have her Amazon. I have her YouTube. All of those things I'll put in the description below for you guys. I'll also put the links in that we shared tonight. So yeah, and we will be back on Wednesday night with Big John. More than welcome to join us, Anne.
I think I am going to join you because I've already got on my calendar.
Well, there you go. I don't know what the topic is going to be. I'm sure something will pop up between now and then that we'll all be like, yeah, let's talk about that, because that's usually how it happens.
I always get so into John and Ernie talking to that I forget I've been on the show because I'm so used to just being here listening to y'all, all the time from my house. So the other night when I was on the show, I kept forgetting that I was on the show because I'm so used to just listening to y'all, and then I'd forget I had to. Oh, I'm on it. It was weird.
That's funny. So yeah. So So I want to thank all of our viewers, everybody in the chat room. I want to thank our moderators as always. And we'll be back unless there's some breaking news for us to be back. We will see you on Wednesday night, 8:00. And until next time, guys, eyes open, no fear. Oops, I'm going to wait to end it. Who did, Alyssa? Who got kicked off their TikTok today?